Get ready to match the stars. Barry Creighton. Nolene Brown. Ugly Dave Gray. Carol Ray. Stuart Wagstaff. And Peggy Topano. As we play Graham Kennedy's Blankety Blanks. And now, here he is, all bright-tailed and bushy-eyed, Graham Kennedy.
Good evening, and welcome again to Blankety Blanks. I don't feel all that well, Barry.
I'm sorry to hear that. What's wrong?
I've just seen that commercial just before our show. I saw that commercial where the rats eat Australia. Do you know them? Yes. They not only eat it, they leave little things.
Oh, charming.
That's Tasmania.
Also, there's a... Nolene said that's Tasmania. I wouldn't have said that. I think we go to Tasmania.
Oh. You might. I won't be able to.
Everyone seems to be obsessed with having mice and rats. There's a Thorn commercial where a mouse crawls out of the cheese. Have you seen that one?
I haven't.
Very pooey. Yeah. Barry, welcome to Blankety Blanks.
Thank you.
Naked Vicar, son of Naked Vicar, still
Yes, very well, thank you.
packing them in.
Yes, indeed.
Good. Hello, Nolene.
Hello, darling.
You're not doing anything, darling, are you?
Oh, yes, I'm occasionally appearing on this show with this person called Graham Kennedy.
Yeah, but that's all. You're not in something.
Oh, I could be in something, but I'm not allowed to talk about it.
It's March, you know.
Yes, that's right.
Still can't talk
Still
about it?
can't talk about
Well, shut up then. Dave, my uncle has no nose.
How does he smell?
Worse than me auntie.
Bubble.
I switched it. Hello, Carol.
Hello.
You're Douglas Fairbanking. Banking.
I beg your pardon.
Well, shortly, Carol's in
I'm rehearsing.
the pleasure of your...
But I'm not Douglas Fairbanksing.
Thingamabob.
Yes.
Good luck with it.
Oh,
Chookers for opening
Oh,
night.
you will be there. I hope.
What night is it?
There's too long a pause there, obviously you're not.
Well,
It's
I
all right.
don't know. I don't know
Thursday
whether
night
I've got a black suit. Stuart?
Might be a Thursday night when we're working.
It might
What
be.
day of the week do you open?
14th of March.
That's
Yes, Valentine's
Tuesday.
What is it
Day, a
today?
month later.
Monday.
I know what it is in Perth. It's Christmas.
It's about 14th of March is a Monday.
Thank
we
you.
can go.
We can go.
Right.
Hello, Peggy.
Hello,
How's your finger?
It's coming good.
What about your leg? She's broken everything, this girl. Truly, it hasn't been Peggy's year.
Yeah, I get carried away, you know. This
Yeah.
is the whole
Well, let's hope you don't get carried away. That's what we're all praying for.
Lucky you.
Okay, I'm finished over there now. Sue Thompson and Richard Freestone are here with us, playing Blankety Blanks. And last night we found ourselves in a situation where we had a tied game. So now we play the tiebreaker, which decides who lasts in the Blankety Blanks. And Richard, A or B, you're still the challenger. A tied game is played like every other one.
A.
A. This is a tiebreaker. One hairdresser said to the other, Lance claims he's the barber to the stars. But I happen to know that his only Hollywood client is blank. Blank can be two words. One hairdresser said to the other, Lance claims he's the barber to the stars, but I happen to know that his only Hollywood client is blank. They get a bit vicious over there in the hairdressing salons.
Here is the thought.
Oh, Carol, did you... That's funny. Oh.
Well, I thought that was the obvious answer.
Who's not Barry? Shove it in. Oh, that's it. Oh, Peggy's doing another one of her oil painting.
Yes.
You've got two in there.
Sorry about that.
Half a luck.
Will you two stop fighting? Richard, one hairdresser said to the other, Lance claims he's the barber to the stars, but I happen to know that his only Hollywood client is...
Kojak.
Kojak! Good answer. Very good answer. He came up with that in a flash. Barry Kojak.
Well, no, I'm terribly sorry, but I picked the only bitch I know in Hollywood, Lassie.
Lassie. No, Lassie's a good answer, as would have been Rin Tin Tin.
Indeed it would have, but it must have been all the years I spent working with Barry. It's Lassie.
Lassie, come home, Dave.
Actually, they wanted me to play the part of Long John Silver in the new musical version of Treasure Island.
And did you say yes, you'd play it?
No, they said I had to have my leg off. So, I said...
Kojak's a match for Richard. Which leg? I don't know. They all look the same to me.
Bubble.
Carol, Kojak we're after for Richard.
I haven't got Mr. Kojak in here.
What have you got?
I've got a lady who has a hairdresser.
Barbara Streisand.
Frequently.
Yes. All the time. Hello. Hello. Touch of blueness here. Stuart Kojak.
No.
No.
Lassie.
Lassie.
Yes.
Lassie.
Lassie. Nobody went for King Kong, I thought would have been funny.
Very funny.
Here we go.
Nobody laughed.
That's terrific. When little Johnny the cannibal brought home a friend, he said to his mother, "He followed me home, Mum. Can I blank him?" When little Johnny the cannibal brought home a friend, he said to his mother, "He followed me home, Mum. Can I blank him?" Now I mean it.
I don't think I'll write those.
Stuart, be very careful.
I'm not going to write anything when you're in Rich because I want to get in there before they grow.
Brought home a friend. He's a cannibal.
Could be somebody we know.
Yeah. Do you know any cannibals?
Yes,
Do
personally.
you?
Yes, some of my
really?
best friends are cannibals.
Really? Well, how about doing some writing? and
Oh,
some
yes,
chatting?
yes.
Oh,
Audience tonight. Hanging from the rafters. Oh, Carol.
I'm copying because
Well, that's the right answer, I think. There are no right answers, but there are answers
I
that
see.
match. When little Johnny the cannibal brought home a friend, he said to his mother, "He followed me home, Mum. Can I blank him?"
Eat him?
Eat him, of course. No, not of course, necessarily.
Well, almost, of course. I thought he might have him for dinner.
Eat him.
That's the same as eat.
That's the same as eat him. That's a match.
Yeah.
Thanks, Barry.
Well,
Wait till they stop.
I'm a bit the same as Barry, only briefer.
Briefer.
Eat.
Eat him. And that means that Sue Thompson remains our champion. Come up here, Sue. Richard, you go home with a lovely gift from the Toshiba people. We hope you enjoyed and thank you for playing Blankety Blank. Say goodbye to Dickie. Bye, Dick. Sue Thompson has won how much so far?
$1,250.
$1,250.
It'll be a habit.
Do you know what you're going to do with that loot yet?
Well, my boyfriend has decided what he'd like to do with it.
What does he want you to do with it?
He wants me to buy him a Land Rover.
Really? Very little one for 1,200.
I'll put it towards the cash he's got for the Land Rover.
Well, tell him to play his own games.
I have done.
Has he? Does he?
Very well, I think.
We'll be back in a moment to play Super Match with our current champion, Sue Thompson. In the meantime, this important advice. Sue, we polled a recent studio audience and discovered their most frequent answer to this. Oh, blank Walker. Now, this group came up with one answer more than any other. If you match that, you get $100. Second, you get $50. And if you match their third most frequent response, you get $25. Either Peggy or Stuart, Carol, Dave or Nolene and Barry, either of them are allowed to guide you along the way with an answer. Who would you like?
Dave Gray.
Dave Gray.
Sleepwalker.
Sleepwalker, a somnambulist. Somnambulist is a sleepwalker.
Oh, well, if you must.
Nolene.
Nolene Brown.
A jaywalker.
Jaywalker. Jaywalker.
And Carol, thank you.
Carol Ray.
Well, part of my secret life is that I do like a wee droppy in the winter. So, Johnny Walker.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought of that. Johnny Walker, Sleepwalker, Jaywalker. Nobody said, well, I can't say it. Now, you mightn't like any of those. You got a better idea?
No, I'll stick with Dave and say Sleepwalker.
Sleepwalker, will you? I hope you've done the right thing. We'll find out as we ask Peter the Phantom Puller to pull the $25 answer. Thank you, Peter. Streetwalker.
$25, that's about the going rate.
Yes. As Nolene has just pointed out, Streetwalker, $25 is about the going rate. Ah, dear. A little more expensive near the boulevard area. I ought to know I'm charging $50. Let's, Peter, pull the $50 response. Johnny Walker, if you'd listen to Carol, because she likes a wee drap.
In the winter.
Well, let's see. I just hope like mad that it's there, because I want you to win a lot more money. Pull the $100 answer, Peter. Sleepwalker it is! Oh, Clarissa Roo. Sue, you've won $100. Now you play for 10 times that amount, $1,000. Oh, it's always a thrill when that's there. But you must match one of our celebrities precisely, entirely, exactly. Who would you like?
Stick with Dave Gray, thank
A
you.
lot of people stick with Dave Gray because, as I said before, he uses heavy-duty clag. All right, now, I just hope that Dave and yourself are on a similar wavelength as I go over here and get the question. Must match exactly. Blank vault, V-A-U-L-T, blank vault. Oh, yes, I think there's music on. Oh, he's finished. Now, let us pray. Everyone's got fingers crossed. What is your answer?
Bank, B-A-N-K.
Bank vault. Dave, for $1,000. Bank vault.
Oh, I thought it meant jumping over things, you know,
Oh,
so I wrote bank.
Bank vault! Oh, dear. Oh, look now, what's that? 2,000.
250.
Oh, we're on the way to that Land Rover, aren't we? My word, we are.
Never mind his Land Rover, I want a trip.
Oh, trip.
That's what I might do, yes.
Well, make sure you fly Qantas, because it says so on the end of the show. We'll be back to find out whether Sue goes on to win thousands more in Blankety Blanks. A welcome for our new challenger, Neil Wrightson. Tell us about yourself, Neil.
Yes.
When you're ready. No, we don't hurry people in this show.
No, right.
Will you tell us about your life?
Married with 3 children.
Married with 3 children, and for a living you are a...
Builder.
A builder. Oh, I noticed recently, a couple of weeks ago, some of the builders in Sydney got into trouble and they've been disbarred or disqualified, whatever happens to builders. I don't know, what would happen to a builder? Just-
I need a builder.
I beg your pardon?
I need a builder desperately.
Carol wants you desperately. You got a card?
Not here.
Not here. Oh, well,
Outside.
yeah, well, would you stop all
I'll
this
fix it
rubbish?
up later.
Neil, A or B, you're the challenger.
Hey, thanks, Scott.
A, in round 1, every match is worth a point, everybody plays, and this is Blankety Blanks. Mrs. Colonel Sanders said, oh, Mrs. Colonel Sanders, not many people know this, but the Colonel's blank is shaped like a chicken too. Mrs. Colonel Sanders said, not many people know this, but the Colonel's blank is shaped like a chicken too. Oh, I've got such a funny answer. I wish sometimes I would like to be a celebrity.
Oh, no, I can't.
Oh, a nasty one, was it? Yes. Thank you very much. Stuart is being evil. Oh, really, Carol?
Well, it's better than what I had before.
Oh, it certainly is. Stuart, would you put it in if you finished? That's it. Come on, Pegorino.
Oh, right.
Peggy Tavano's in.
Down, down.
Mrs. Colonel Sanders said, not many people know this, but the Colonel's blank is shaped like a chicken too. Neil.
Car.
Car. The Colonel's car. Could you have a chicken-shaped car? A chicken-shaped car, Barry. I doubt if you've got that.
Fascinating. I don't have a
I
chicken-shaped car.
had a feeling you didn't have that, Barry.
I thought his drumstick might look the same.
His drumstick, the Colonel's drumstick, would be shaped like a chicken. Nolene, you're a bit worried, aren't you?
I was very worried. I really couldn't think of anything that he would have had that was shaped like a chicken, so I put his head.
His head was
That's
shaped...
about as silly as your answer. I'm sorry about that.
It's all right. Dave,
We had a chicken last night for dinner, actually.
did you?
Oh, 3 hours I was there trying to stuff it. I had to kill it in the end. It was no good. Actually, I put chest.
It's a chicken-shaped... Be like Chicken Man on the radio. Carol,
Well, I thought maybe his pipe was...
what was your first answer as a matter of interest?
I'm not going to tell you.
Was it that bad?
It really wasn't nice.
Stuart?
If he had a car shaped like a chicken, it would be a cluckalack, wouldn't it?
A cluckalack.
cluck.
You know, I was
Or a
trying to think of
caddy-clack.
something. I was trying to think of something on the way up, a car that might sound like a chicken, and I'm glad I didn't come up with that.
I said his bum.
His bum. Chicken bum rides again.
Parson's nose.
The Parson's nose, yes.
How sad for her.
Peggy, do we have a chicken-shaped
Well,
car?
no, I thought if Liberace had his pool shaped like a piano, he could
His
have his
pool shaped like a chicken is a very clever answer. Sadly for Neil, though, no matches. Sue, who's already got what? Oh, $52,000. Dr. Frankenstein said, I've named my new female monster Judy Jukebox. Put 20 cents into a navel and stereophonic music comes out of her blank. Dr. Frankenstein said... Dr. Frankenstein said, I've named my new female monster Judy Jukebox. Put 20 cents into a navel and stereophonic music comes out of her blank. When I do the question over there, audio, you might give me a little echo on that. No possible way will we be having echo. Stuart. Nolene, my love,
Very
my
smart,
heart.
this one, very smart.
Sue. Dr. Frankenstein said, I've named my new female monster Judy Jukebox. Put 20 cents into her navel and stereophonic music comes out of her mouth. Into the navel, out it comes. Yes, no, that works. Mouth.
Well, I was warm.
Ah, within QE, ears. That's clever because stereo, you see. Two sides. Nolene.
I could only think of the bolts through the neck came out of a bolt.
Came out of his bolts. It's all
I
right.
agree.
You answered it, actually, because the mouth wouldn't be stereo, would it?
No, it wouldn't.
And that's why I put ears.
Ears is, I think, the answer. Carol's got ears, two very pretty ones, hidden underneath that lovely wig.
Will I take it off?
It's not a wig, that's truly Carol's hair.
No. Yes, I'm Kojak's only friend. Listen, I have an empathy and I don't want her...
Have a what, darling?
It's growing daily, an empathy with Miss
Hey,
Thompson
Carol's got an
over there.
empathy.
It's curable.
Okay.
And I put...
Mouth is a match.
Yeah, I put mouth first, but like you, stereo can't come out of a mouth.
No.
Unless there's two mouths.
Here, here.
Yes.
Yeah, so I put, as Dave said, here.
Peggy, do we have a mouth?
Well, I worked the other way. I put ears first because of the stereo thing, but then I thought the obvious thing would be from
Out of
so
the-
out of the mouth.
Mouth is a match. Don't go away, we'll be back to play round two the moment we sell this stuff. We've got this business to do in Australia. A or B? Neil?
B.
B. A quick round one. No, round two. This is round two. The Marquis de Sade.
Who?
The Marquis de Sade
Right, yes.
said every night before he was French, wasn't he? Of course he was.
Yes, and nasty.
Apart from everything else.
Every night before I go to bed, I give my wife 100 blank. I mucked it up by accident. The Marquis de Sade said, every night before I go to bed, I give my wife 100 blanks. Yes, Stuart, that's what I would think. Oh, really? Yes.
I'm a true romantic. But he is French.
The Marquis de Sade said, every night before I go to bed, I give my wife 100 blanks.
Kisses.
Kisses. Kisses. Why not? You know who the Marquis de Sade was? He invented cruelty. Well, not cruelty, but he that's where the word sadist comes from his
Yes.
name.
Maybe he had halitosis.
Maybe he had halitosis, yes, which would be cruel to be kissed 100 times. Oh, don't do it again. Barry.
100 kisses with halitosis, 100 lashes.
100 lashes would have been better, I think. Nolene.
Yes, I think he gave
Bit
her
of a
100
lash.
lashes.
Oh, I have a lash at
Too
that,
good for it.
Dave.
I didn't think it was that bad.
Kisses is a match. Carol. No?
All the Frenchmen I've known have been absolutely divine, and as I didn't know this man personally, I'm afraid I put...
Kisses. Better than I thought.
Eyes on the old lashes.
Lashes. Peggy,
I
what...
thought he was crueler than lashes. I thought he gave her 100 francs.
100 francs. Still in round two. When Weird Willie and his new bride left the honeymoon suite, the floor was covered with wool because Weird Willie had married a blank. Now
I don't believe it. It's not true.
It's true. Peggy, you don't play, my love, and neither does Carol.
Yeah, I didn't match.
Well, I'm glad.
Oh, yes, I did.
You did match.
Yes, I did.
That's right.
Sorry about that.
Should Dave be playing? Yes, he should. When Weird Willie and his new bride left the honeymoon suite, the floor was covered with wool because Weird Willie had married a blank. All right. Weird Willie and his new bride left the honeymoon suite. The floor was covered with wool because Weird Willie had married
A sheep?
a sheep. What else could he marry? And you need one to win. This is exciting. Barry.
There will never be another you.
He married a ewe. Oh, that's clever.
Well, that's a sheep. It's a female sheep.
Oh, blimey. Is it?
Yes, it's a
nothing
female
Of
sheep.
course it is.
Just a question of gender.
Everybody hold up their cards. What did you have? Sheep, ram. Dave Gray ruined it by ram. So, still our champion is Sue Thompson, who's already got all that money. What a pity we can't go ahead now and find out whether she'll get 2 or 3 more thousand. We will tomorrow night then, when you join us for Blankety Blanks. Good night.
All prizes are moved by Grace Brothers Removals, the professionals. Interstate artists fly in set and drive Avis your other car. Whilst in Sydney, Graham Kennedy chooses to stay at the Boulevard Hotel, 90 William Street, King's Cross. This is a Reg Grundy production, produced in colour at the studios of Channel 10 Sydney in association with the O10 Network. Don Blake speaking.